You see, this is what they do. This that divide and conquer. This is what they do. This is the anybody but Shadur syndrome that I have been talking about. A lot of these people, the Mary Kays of the world, because I'll never forget when she said from the door, oh, well, Shadur doesn't have to play at all. He can play elsewhere. This was before preseason. This was during training camp. These are the people that suffer from the anybody but Shadur syndrome. Now, all of a sudden, they're interested in seeing Deshaun Watson start over Shadur. I'm not going to get crazy on Deshaun Watson and start blasting him and coming at him. No, he's been a helping hand for Shadur Sanders. He's helped him on the sidelines. He's given him a lot of advice. He's been a great mentor and teammate. I don't have anything bad to say about Deshaun Watson, but y'all trying to push the narrative that Deshaun Watson should be the starting quarterback even next season over Shadur Sanders. You people are crazy, and the anybody but Shadur syndrome is nasty, nasty work. We got to get into these articles. We got to get into these videos. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the videos. Let's get into this right here first. Here it says, the Browns will consider starting Deshaun Watson next season, even if they believe Shadur Sanders is capable of leading the franchise forward. This is a quote. Even if the Browns decide to roll with Sanders, he'll have to demonstrate throughout the offseason program that he's poised to win the 2026, or the Browns will consider Deshaun Watson until he's ready. The Browns. And then somebody said that was a quote from Mary Kay Cabot. And then someone said the Browns are a hilarious organization, which I agree. Now, let's get into the article. Browns insider reveals shocking possibility for the starting quarterback position in 2026. And here it says, by now, it's no secret the Cleveland Browns made the 2025 season a lesson on how not, how not to manage the position. This is crazy, man. I can't even believe that these people are trying to make this a legitimate conversation, man. This is just nasty work. Nevertheless, a Browns insider has recently revealed a potential plan that's certain to make more than a few cringe. According to Mary Kay Cabot of Cleveland.com, the Browns could be turning back to Deshaun Watson as the team's starting quarterback. Should fifth-round rookie incumbent Shadur Sanders fail to prove himself to the front office in the coming weeks and months. Here she said, even if the Browns decide to roll with Sanders, he'll have to demonstrate throughout the offseason program that he's poised to win in 2026, or the Browns will consider starting Deshaun Watson until he's ready, wrote Cabot on the matter. Here it says, the fact that anyone inside the organization could even be entertaining this idea is terrifying. First of all, because it clearly points to a scenario where the Browns would bet and lose on Sanders as the starter for and beyond, likely entailing no talent acquisition at the position through the upcoming NFL draft. Then you will be forced to lean on a passer who could be up to 2 years removed from his last meaningful game. And then it says you would also have to account for the fact that rookie third rounder Dillon Gabriel isn't even mentioned at all, a likely tactic acceptance that Cleveland blew this pick terribly, something that seems more and more apparent nowadays. So we all know that they blew the pick on Dillon Gabriel. So, you know, you got people out there that want to draft Fernando Mendoza, which the Cleveland Browns will probably have to move up in the draft. So you want to trade away your first-round picks, your 2 first-round picks that you acquired to get a quarterback and put them behind an offense that has no receivers and no line and put them in the same position as you put all of these other quarterbacks who have struggled with this little talent. And it is just malpractice on all levels, so much so to the point where people are complaining about the fact that when Shadur Sanders threw an interception, he needs to sprint like Ray Lewis and he needs to blow somebody up and make that tackle and knock their helmet off. I watched Jared Goff in the NFC second round of the NFC playoffs last year throw a pick versus the Washington Commanders, pursue the ball, and then get hit in the ear hole by Frankie Louvu and have a concussion. What are you talking about? Let's go over to UCSS and see what they have to say about this. People are stooping to low and petty levels to try to get at Shadur Sanders, and it is what I call the anybody but Shadur syndrome.
So I don't want Shadur running out there and recklessly throwing his body at someone when what difference is that going to make? It was still a 14-3 game. I don't want him to be reckless, but I also don't want him to stand in that very position while all 10 of his teammates are chasing someone. So again, I think it's optics. I don't think it's a major deal, but I do think it is a deal.
G?
So no, this is not a deal.
G. Bush, let's go. G. Bush, stir the pot. Stir the pot. It's time for G. Bush to start cooking.
And by the way, I'm gonna keep it real because people will say, G. Bush, why would you not think this was a deal? If it wasn't Shedeur Sanders, you would have actually, to be truthful, if you go back and rewind the time. So let's take a look at this. This is Exhibit A. If we kind of zoom in on this, I know I could have sent this in on tag board, but this right here, my good people,
Tag board not full.
This is tag board not full.
Tag board doesn't work, so ironically, thank you, tag board, for being
Baker Mayfield has been playing with a partially torn labrum in his left shoulder. Right? And how did he get it? Suffered an injury on a non-throwing shoulder on September 9th, trying to make a tackle against the Houston Texans. Now, here's the thing.
I don't know if it's pick six. It was interception.
It was interception, right. I was livid when that happened. That right there was the beginning of the end for Baker Mayfield in Cleveland. That play.
Yeah, because he got hurt.
He got hurt.
Yeah.
The whole shoulder thing, he kept trying to play through it, the individual left. The thing that I get, and a thing a lot of coaches will tell you, not only do I not want my quarterback running and tackle nobody, I want them to run the opposite way. Because guess what people are going to do?
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
A quarterback run the opposite way?
Because
I've never seen that.
Because when you throw, you know what we're going to do? If I'm a defensive lineman and we done flipped over,
You're looking for the quarterback.
I'm finding the quarterback.
Sure.
And I'm going to try to put him into the turf.
That's what you're looking
for. The reality of the situation.
I told you, I watched Jared Goff get leveled by Frankie Louisville when he threw a pick six to Quan Martin in the playoffs last year. And he had a concussion. They know damn well he had a concussion. They said, we ain't going to report it. We need you to finish this game. We're trying to win and advance in the playoffs. Jaden Daniels threw a pick 2 weeks ago. He already had an injured elbow. He throws a pick, tries to go make a tackle, gets hit. Now he's done for the season because he landed on that elbow after he tried to go stop and tackle somebody after he threw an interception. It ain't worth it. Why are y'all acting like this? Like, come on, man. Stop playing games. G. Bush, keep cooking.
The situation is quarterbacks don't compound and put your team in a situation. You already threw the interception. Do not compound it by you getting injured and having your throwing shoulder being screwed up. I don't want Josh Allen doing it. I don't want nobody. If you're a quarterback, you throw a pick, I want you to be as far away from that as possible.
Let me ask you this, because I get that. It is smart. It's a business decision. That's what we call it. But let me ask you this. If on a kickoff, a kicker kicked the ball and then stood right there at his tee, never moved, stood right there at his tee, and the defenders fail to stop the kick returner.
Look how far these dudes go. Look how far these dudes go. If on a kickoff, if the kicker kicked the ball but didn't run, what would the rest of the team think? It's not like y'all dudes, man. Y'all be doing too damn much, man.
And on the video, we see that, where's your safety valve? Well, he's standing right over his tee, because he doesn't want to get hurt. He's a very important position. You only carry one kicker. You can't lose this guy. But he's standing right at his tee, and
now we're talking about a kicker in comparison to the goddamn quarterback. This is the syndrome. I keep telling y'all.
Kick returner goes right by him, and he's just standing there watching him.
You know what they tell
I'm ripping that kicker.
You know what they tell the kicker, bull?
Yeah.
They tell him, you're the last defense.
Yeah.
You're trying to wait time. You're trying to corral them.
Right.
I get that, but you're trying.
Here's the deal, Jay.
You're trying.
You brought up the Drake May situation.
Yeah.
This is what we call the anybody but Shedeur syndrome, man. These people will find anything to complain about because it's him. Because it's him. Now, these same people, the Mary Kays of the world, they believe that Deshaun Watson might be the answer now. Really think about that. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This is Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel.